What's up, everybody? Kill423 here from epiccouncil.com, and I am doing a Sonus 360 speaker upgrade kit on this video. Pretty much part 2 of the Sonus install. I just finished installing the QSB. Alright, this you get, oh, be careful, inside here is a little white plug thing. This is what actually goes into the motherboard after you remove the factory speaker. Inside this little black thing here is just a little black box. It's not even a box, it's cardboard, but what's inside is what counts. And that's your Sonus chip. It's going to install onto basically the side of the motherboard. Looks like it clips under, probably hooks into hooks into something anyway. But anyway, this is your speaker kit. And the speaker plug. This part here plugs into there, like so. But for the fun part, removing the factory speaker. I'm going to want to flip the board over. And we're going to be coming right to this point here. Nearby, I guess on the other side, is the speaker. But it's the corner away from the X clamp over here. A little cluster of 4 solder points. We're only going to be messing with 2 of them. Now, these outside pointier ones are what hold the speaker in right now, and we're going to remove that and then replace it on the other side with this piece. We'll go into these 2 solder points. It's funny that they actually have the same layout for the speaker area, for whether you got either the jack with the speaker or the built-in one. Alright, we're going to go ahead and apply a little flux to this. By a little, I mean I'm going to put a lot. Not quite that much. Ah, shit. Oh well. That was way more than I intended. I got my iron pre-warmed up here to 349 degrees. And I'm going to come in and just apply fresh solder to both of these pads. It's just going to help draw the crappy lead-free solder out of the port a little better. Now we're going to take some desoldering wick, desoldering braid. You can pick it up at Radio Shack. I've also got a pair of wire snippers. I'm going to use to cut off the end when it starts to get used up. Come back and tie it on. Whoa. Alright, now we're just going to come in along the side here. Heating the wick. And hence sucking the solder out of the pad. That's going to take a good majority of the solder away from these posts. It won't quite get it all. Usually. This one's actually coming along quite nicely. Alright. Oh man. I wiggled out of the way. trying to watch the camera. Keep trying to watch the camera while I work. Make sure that you guys can get a good view of what I'm doing. I think I got all that we're gonna get. Now we're gonna go around on the underside here. Widen out. Or I guess this is the top side. Right here to this speaker. And we're just gonna kinda pull away on it while heating these pads. It might be easier to use like a vice grip or something, but I'm gonna try it by hand here. Trying to heat both pads at once if we can. I should have my spatula iron on. This is probably going to be the most difficult part. There we have it. Got the speaker off, we're ready to install the new one. Okay, we are back on the top side of the motherboard now. This is the spot of the old speaker. As you can see, I got the QSB over here. USB ports here, or not USB ports, but ring of light module is here. QSB points here. And here's where the speaker, the old factory speaker was. There's a nice circle there. Assuming you just took yours off, it should be easy to find. I'm going to go ahead and come in tight on this. I've already put a little bit of flex paste on there. I'm going to prep the spot. By adding just a little bit I add some more solder to the hole, to these center pads. The speaker actually came out quite nicely. That's just some fresh leaded solder there. I'm going to try and use some desoldering braid in the hopes that I'll be able to suck all the solder out the holes. And it's not looking like it's really going to come out. Go back around the back side here. We'll go ahead and use the desoldering braid on this side as well. Clean my iron tip. I got the majority of it out of the one hole, but couldn't quite get it all. So, we're just going to go ahead and get ready to, I got enough of it out to where we can fit these prongs into the holes quite nicely. We're just going to go ahead and align these prongs with the holes, setting it in place. We're going to take and just apply slight pressure to it. I'm going to flip the board up. Oh, sorry about that. Flip the board up on end. Let me use my thumb on this. Oh. Hard to stand it up and maintain pressure. Alright, now we're going to come in on the back side here and just kind of try and heat, if we can, both pads at once. And meanwhile, pressing with the your thumb on the other side onto the actual jack. And it is in fact going in. Just gradually heating both pads while keeping the pressure on there. I've gotten it far enough now to where I'm going to go ahead and add a little more solder to these holes. It's going to make it a little bit easier to keep the location heated. I'm going to put a little more flex paste on here. Again, I'm going to stand it up, apply pressure with my thumb. We're going to again try and heat both pads at once, if at all possible. I've got it nearly through. There we have it. Looks a little charred at the moment. Oops, excuse me. I'm going to take, all that charring is just the old flux, burnt up flux. A little bit too much solder on this one pad here. I'll just drag some of it off of there. I can tell it heated through thoroughly because some of the solder flowed down through the hole. Alright, that's the jack installed. That's what it looks like. It's all fitted in there. Looks like it's just a little uncentered. Now that we got the jack all installed, I'm gonna take my Q-tips, my isopropyl, go ahead and clean up the area. It's always good to clean up. Gives you a nice professional looking install. You could have the most professional install and not clean up, and it's going to make that install look like crap. Not to mention the excess flex residue will over time eat away at the copper. And considering under this green stuff, it's pretty much all copper. I was just taking my Q-tip in there. There's still a little bit of black stuff in there, or my tweezers. Just kind of scraping away some of that black stuff. got burnt on there. There we go. Looks a lot better. Don't forget to do your best. I should have cleaned up the other side before installing the jack, but I didn't think about it. So now there's going to be a little bit of excess flux residue underneath the jack. That looks right at home in there, does it not? Well, that's the jack all installed. Now your speaker, quite simply, just plugs right into here. The side that shows wires, you got the shiny stuff showing, it just goes down and it plugs right in, like so. And your speaker is going to sit slightly off in the cage. Here, let me grab the cage and I'll show you. Hey, I just found a cookie. My wife brought that home on our lunch break. Come on, Jason. Okay, there's your jack. As you can see on the bottom of this, there's two clippies. They go right into there. And these two front foot posts go into these holes right here. So you just take it upward like that, slide it down, clip that little bad boy into place. There you have it, your Sonus upgrade speaker is all installed. So you get higher quality sound coming out of your Sonus. Well, it's not even out of the Sonus, it's out of the built-in chip, this being a slim. But anyway, that concludes the Sonus speaker upgrade for the Xbox 360 Slim. This is a Trinity revision. The Coronas, it would work the same on the Coronas. The collector's editions already have the speaker built in here in the jack. So, but anyway, this is Kill423 from EpicCouncil.com, and enjoy.